You bet. You're very welcome. So one thing Naomi touched on there is, and I'm just going to talk a little bit here while Cameron Blake from Glacier Nordic Club comes over and sits down with me. But the Great Fish Community Challenge is a fundraising. It is a fundraising platform, but the way it works, and it does work, we're seeing it work and grow every year, is that we really want to increase the mission awareness and the awareness of all our nonprofit community. From that awareness, we know that nonprofits can do some grassroots fundraising, and ultimately, as Naomi mentioned, what we're really looking for them to do is their donor base, and that takes a lot of work. But this platform helps them do that, and I think everyone that has participated has seen some success with that. So having said that, now I'm going to pass the microphone over to Cameron Blake. She's the executive director at Glacier Nordic Club. She's been sitting here waiting a long time.
Thank you, Lynette.
Go ahead.
Just wanted to first thank the Whitefish Community Foundation. The Great Fish, and I'll go into it more later, has been a complete game changer for our organization and allowed us to do so much. And we've basically doubled in size, I think, since the Great Fish started. It's been pretty incredible what it's allowed us to do. So our use of funds for this year is infrastructure maintenance and operation support for our grooming operations. And we're currently, last year we groomed about 40 kilometers of trail in four different locations. We have the Glacier Nordic Center at the Whitefish Lake Golf Course, which has been there since the early 1980s. I think it was first groomed in 81. And then there's 12K there. It's easy, moderate. Everybody can get out. We see lots of people out there. People go out on their lunch breaks from town, head out for a ski after work. Pretty incredible. With that said, it doesn't always get snow, and that snow has been, the last 2 years, it's come later and later. So in terms of openings. So we've been really working on developing higher up trails at the Big Mountain Nordic Trails. We put in a new trailhead up there in partnership with Whitefish Legacy Partners a few years ago. We've expanded the grooming up there, added a second trailhead off Haskell Basin Road, and there's now 27 kilometers of skiing up there. And if you haven't been up there, I really urge you to go check it out. It's as much of a wilderness experience as you can get within a few miles of Whitefish. We received a grant and actually used some community foundation money for the implements as well to get a snowcat groomer, and the grooming's phenomenal. So I urge you to check that out too. We've been working on getting trails in Columbia Falls. Have had a real demand from that community. 2 years ago, we groomed Meadow Lake. Weren't able to do that last year. We tried to groom River's Edge, which is right in town. Again, lack of snow. So kind of exciting. And this is the first time I think it's being mentioned out there, is we're working with the Forest Service to look at new grooming opportunities in Columbia Falls, in the Cedar Flats Trail area. And potentially are hoping to have at least a weekend event this year to kind of try it out and see how it works and what the community wants out there. So, and then the other, just to add, we've groomed, 20, I think, years at Muldown for the 3rd and 4th graders. And last year, all the 4th graders got out and skied.
Great. Thank you so much, Cameron. So I just wanted to mention a couple things. I mean, Glacier Nordic Club, I think some of the work that you do is really, maybe not everybody understands the full scope and scale of your work and what it takes to groom all those Nordic trails, especially the ones on the mountain. I know you work in partnership with Legacy Partners, but Glacier Nordic actually are the ones responsible for doing that grooming up there. And so many people are using those trails all the time. And I wonder if you could maybe comment. I know that we're seeing, everyone is so grateful that we live here and we can recreate here. And hopefully we'll, obviously cross-country skiing is something that people can do and they can distance. And I'm just wondering if you anticipate that you're going to see hopefully more people out this year skiing.
I think we will. I know before we closed down the end of March with the state shutdown, we closed down our grooming. But up there that 3rd week when COVID had just started, and I was seeing so many people up there. It was pretty incredible, the 3rd week of March and all the skiers that were out. And I do want to reiterate what you said, Lynette, that because there's oftentimes some confusion that we share the trailhead and the first about half a mile of trail with Whitefish Legacy Partners, and then the rest are all part of different landowners' lands who have given us permission to groom. And the grooming is all done by Glacier Nordic and supported, hopefully this year, by the Great Fish Challenge funding, a lot of it.
So that's perfect. Thank you, Cameron, for coming by. I don't know if you feel like you've covered it, or do you have other things you'd like to add? Or we?
Sure.
Okay. There we go.
A couple of things that I want to do a plug. If anyone sees this through Saturday is our Big Mountain Run. Due to COVID, we went to a challenge. We've only got about third of what's one of our fundraisers for our ski team, and there's only about a third of the people who usually run it. But if you haven't, get out there, and you can still sign up on Run Sign Up and hike or run and support our ski team programs. And a lot of people don't realize just the magnitude. We have about like over 3,500 people skied our trails last year, and when I did the addition, I was like, wow, really? And we taught over 450 how to ski, took lessons or classes. So just wanted to throw that in there. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a great season, and we expect to be hopefully pretty fully operational with maybe some changes at our shop at the Glacier Nordic Center at the golf course.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Cameron, for coming by to see us today. Again, Glacier Club, longtime participant in the Great Fish Community Challenge and longtime involvement with the Whitefish Community Foundation. I'm going to move right along here. I believe we've got Lori Collins from Housing Whitefish. No?
Shirley Willis, Lighthouse Christian Home.
I have never met Shirley Willis. I apologize so much. I saw Billy, and I thought that Billy was coming to do the interview. So my apologies, everyone. As I mentioned before, I do tend to know most of the people that come from our nonprofit community, but I've never met Shirley. She's the executive director at Lighthouse Christian Home and Services. Anyways, welcome, Shirley.
Thank you.
I'm going to let Shirley tell you all about the great work they do.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I'm sorry we haven't met before. You know, Billy is such a good ambassador that a lot of times I don't have to attend. He does such a wonderful job. But I really felt like it was important for me to be here today because of how important the Great Fish is to us, the Great Fish Challenge and the Whitefish Community Foundation. What a perfect name, the Great Fish Community Challenge, because for us, what a challenge it's been to provide 24-hour a day, 7-day a week service for individuals with disability in the middle of a pandemic, and to keep our residents healthy and to keep our staff healthy and to continue this service every single day, every single week through this whole thing. So it's been a challenge. But because the Lighthouse has such a strong foundation, we have taken this challenge on and actually decided to improve what we're doing already. Because being a newcomer here, some of the things that we do is we're a small working farm. So we have cows and pigs and chickens and gardens and flower beds, and the residents who live there, they work the farm. And our garden is in full bloom this year. Our motto is something out of the garden in every meal. And our pigs just went to market yesterday. And so we've got fresh bacon coming. And so we have the lettuce from the garden, we have the tomatoes from the greenhouse, and we have the bacon from the pigs. I mean, how healthy can you be? And each one of the individuals that live there that have developmental disabilities, they take care of all of that. And we as staff, we serve them and we provide that service to them. We're so proud and excited of the service that we are able to provide them. And along with that, we have so many relationships with the other nonprofits here that we're so excited about. Shining Honors Project, Special Olympics, the Flathead Bank, and all of those we have a relationship with, and we either serve them or they serve us, and we're so excited about that and all of those options.
So thank you so much, Shirley. I have a question for you. I know that you also run essentially you have a day program, and that provides not only service to community members that need it, but also to their families. It's some respite for families. And I wanted you to talk a little bit about that, because I think, Lighthouse Christian Home and Services is new to us last year, so we're still learning a little bit about you. I'm sure many people out in the community know a lot about what you do. But I think, the scope and scale of your services, maybe not everybody does understand that.
Yeah, thank you for that question, because we do intend to serve the community, and our programs are growing. So the Farm Care program is a program where individuals with disabilities in our community come to the Lighthouse, hi Billy, for a positive farm experience. So we're serving another 20 some individuals from the community to come out for that experience. Now, of course, during COVID, we've been unable to do a lot of those days and services, but we're figuring out a way to do alternative ways to be able to serve these individuals. But that program is on our docket for the future to grow and to potentially move into 5 days a week. And in a new building. So we might be looking at a capital campaign in the future to serve more individuals with disabilities.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming by to see us today. Again, love learning about what you're doing at Lighthouse Christian Home and Services. And I don't know if you have anything else you'd like to add, but
I do have one thing.
Okay.
I have to add a shout out to all the residents at the Lighthouse. I know that this is on. I know that you guys are all sitting in the living room. I want to say hi to Nathan and Sarah and Sylvia. And if I forgot you and I get back to work this afternoon, don't be mad at me. And and it's all about you guys. And that's why we do this. And this is why we're here. And we just want you to have a wonderful life and just a great day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's very nice to meet you as well, Shirley. Sorry about that debacle at the beginning. So it looks like it's time for us to draw a few more incentive grants. So maybe Linda wants to draw them this time. You want to take the mic?
I'll take the mic.
Oh, do you want to draw?
I'll draw.
Okay, you draw.
Okay, let's see now. Oh, Jen Asbrook is giving and winning a $50 incentive grant for CryJ. Nice. Congratulations there, Jen. In fact, we'll have to tell her Jen just won $50 for CryJ. All right. Drawing number 2 is for how much? All right. John and Dana Lacey, $100 to Flathead Rapids. Awesome. You just won $100 for Flathead Rapids. Fantastic. See, it was worth it for donating today, wasn't it, folks? All right. Okay. Lori Hetherington gave to the Humane Society, and she's going to get an extra $50 on top of her donation for that gift. And Cindy Lewis gave to Flathead Valley Community College Foundation, and she's going to get an extra $50 on her gift. Thank you, Cindy. All right, should we do one more? Okay. All right, one more here. All right, Lance and Kelly Mortensen again. Lance and Kelly, they gave to Project Whitefish Kids. They love Project Whitefish Kids, and they're getting $50 extra on their gift. Fantastic. Thanks, folks. Please come on down and donate here at the Community Foundation, 214 West 2nd Street. We're right across from the Cenex gas station. The donation booth is open for a couple more hours, so please come on down. And also, you can go online to whitefishcommunityfoundation.org, make your gift there, and we will put you into the drawings. We've got plenty more drawings to go around. It's a good day to donate. So I'm going to turn the mic back over here to Lynette Donaldson.
Sorry about the lag there, everybody. We are continuing on. As Linda mentioned, come on down to see us here at 214 West 2nd Street in Whitefish. You can give online at Whitefish Community Foundation. We're visiting today with all of our, well, maybe not all of them, but most of our participating nonprofits. And right now we have Lori Collins here from Housing Whitefish. And Housing Whitefish is a first-time participant with us in the Great Fish Community Challenge. So welcome, Lori. And I'm going to turn the mic over to Lori, and she's going to tell you all about what their programs are like and how you can help them during the campaign.
Thank you so much. And you did take the words right out of my mouth. I'm Lori Collins. I'm the director of Housing Whitefish, as well as the Whitefish Housing Authority. And we are excited to participate for the first time in the Great Fish Challenge for the very first time. So thank you for selecting us to help raise funds and awareness of the many wonderful nonprofits here in our community. But Housing Whitefish has many exciting programs and projects that are coming up this year that we would hope to raise funds for, and we need your help to raise the money through this Great Fish Challenge to offset some of the costs for a few of our programs. The programs we'd like to focus on this year is Alpenglow 2, and we're calling it that because currently we're building the Alpenglow Apartments, which is 36 units of affordable rental housing for those making well under $15 an hour here in our community, or up to 60% of what we call the area median income. But we do have some extra land out there, and we're going to be building additional apartment units for those in our community that don't make over $15 an hour, or are what we consider lower income earning families here in town. We're also going to begin work on what the project is we're calling right now the Snow Lot, and that is in downtown Whitefish, and that is going to be 24 to 26 units, townhomes for home ownership opportunities for our workforce housing. For those in our community that make wages and need assistance with helping to find affordable housing in our community. We're also looking to raise some funds to help owners in our community rehab their existing homes for efficiency, health and safety, and upgrades to their homes that would enable them to stay in their houses longer and to have those energy efficiency upgrades that we all need in this town. And I'd like to say we're very happy to say that we work very closely with the developers in our community to build more affordable homes in our town. And through this Great Fish Challenge with the Whitefish Community Foundation, we are hoping to raise money to help with down payment and closing cost assistance. That's one of our other programs that we're trying to raise money through. So it's mostly for home ownership and rental opportunities and assistance for those looking to find and us to create affordable housing in our town. And these funds can be used all over Whitefish. We have funds for the down payment and closing cost assistance to aid those that are interested in our Trailview homes that are coming up, and also a future project, which is the Big Mountain River project. These are all exciting projects coming here in Whitefish that we're hoping to work with. And we thank you very much for your donations and all of your assistance today. And I am proud, very proud, to be part of this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lori. So I just have a question for you. I know that, of course, we have a pandemic that we're in the middle of, and always affordable housing is one of the number one, if not the number one issue, I believe, in our community. And so we'd love to see organizations that are working to do something about that. But I'm wondering if you think that you may see even greater challenge with that now that we are in the middle of COVID-19. Like, how do you think that will affect our housing market and our lower income earners? Do you think there'll be more of a demand than we have currently even?
That's a really good question. And what we have been doing and working closely with the Community Foundation and the Chamber of Commerce is the Emergency Rental Assistance Fund. So we were able to stave off some of those immediate needs through the pandemic to assist with payments towards rentals here in our community and to help those that were immediately laid off and unable to work for a living. It is creating a challenge. There is continuing need for rental assistance as businesses open and potentially close down. So we're working towards that. Building seems to be going through, but banks are difficult, to go and work with loans through because their lobbies aren't open. So we are fighting and facing some challenges. We're extending deadlines for things. We're helping people through their application processes. We have staff that are available and ready online for you at any time to talk through our website, which is whitefishhousing.org. If you're interested in all of our information and what we have available, will be on that site as soon as it comes available. So there is much need, and there is a greater issue of trying to get those funds out to those people, but we have known and let you all know that we're here to help. And if you need any of those types of assistance, we're always willing and pretty much able to help you find the resources to get that help.
Great. Thank you so much for dropping by to see us today. I hope we covered it all. Did we cover what you wanted to say?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm very grateful to be a first time. I'm very grateful to be a first time, and thank you to the Great Fish Challenge and the Whitefish Community Foundation. Without you guys, we wouldn't get this done. So good luck, everyone.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks again for coming to visit us. We are, I think, going to switch. I'm going to hand the microphone back to our president, Linda Angrady. And I believe next up we have Jen Easterbrook from Whitefish Theatre Company. So here's Linda.
All right, Jen, thank you for being here with us.
Hi, Linda. I think I'm going to take this off so I can speak.
Yes, go right ahead. We're outside. We're socially distancing as much as possible. But again, we decided to hold this all outside so that people would feel more comfortable, because we are the nonprofits come down here one at a time and say a few words about their awesome program. So with that, I want to turn this over to Jen Asbrook. She is our new executive director of the Whitefish Theatre Company.
Thank you, Linda. It is so good to be here. Many of you know about the Whitefish Theatre Company. We've been in business for 42 years. This is our 42nd season. And as many nonprofits probably have been telling their story, you know, it's been an interesting couple of months for us. We had to cancel 5 shows, although we were able to do one of those in June. But basically a third of our season last year had to cancel one of our major fundraisers. We're hanging in there, or we did hang in there through that amount of time with a lot of the aid that was out there, which was great and has kept a lot of our nonprofits alive. But, you know, again, many things we had planned for the summer are not happening. We had a couple special events that are not going to happen. And despite our incredible excitement for our upcoming season, I even brought our season brochure that, of course, we had printed, and it immediately changed as times are changing. We're very excited to kick off the season. As many other businesses, nonprofits, everybody, there's this whole umbrella of uncertainty that we're facing, but we're going to give it our best shot. Right now, in our season, which starts the end of September, we are going to try to pull off 9 theater shows. We have some music lineups. We're not completely sure about those. Some of them are Canadian. We're not sure they can get over the border. Some of them are international. We're not sure they can travel. So people are just going to have to be a little patient with us this season, I think, as we navigate everything. But we do have them scheduled. Like I said, we have 16 events that we are trying to pull off from September to June. We're going to try our best to keep everybody in live communication. We're doing. The cool thing that we have come up with, though, is that we are going to be able to do limited seating, limited occupancy, masked audiences for live performances, but we were able to acquire some film or live streaming equipment. So all theater shows and maybe some music shows, we are going to be able to offer a variety, another way to watch it from the comfort of your own home if people are not ready to go back to the O'Shaughnessy Center. So that said, we feel like we're being creative, we're moving forward, and of course, this is where the Great Fish comes in, because none of this is going to happen without everybody's support, and that, of course, is financial. We are trying to put all of our donations this year to programming, to putting on these shows, to making sure our community has live entertainment, thought-provoking dramas, comedies. Don't we all need those? Just to get through the year. So that is really where our appeal is for donors for the Great Fish. We are looking to move forward, but we are certainly going to need people's financial support to weather this storm. At the same time, people could also support us by seeing what we have to offer, whether that be coming to the theater to see a live show, buying a ticket to just watch online just because you'd like to see something new and different. Of course, it's community theater, so most times you get, a friend or, someone that you've seen before on stage. So that's really our main point for this year is if you have a little extra money to spare, that is really what's going to keep us afloat. And And also, we are hoping we have ways to entertain people. Yeah.
That's Whitefish Theatre Company. And again, exactly what you said, you know, people are not coming in right now to the shows when we don't have them. And so whatever you could do to support them through the Great Fish Community Challenge, you're not buying that ticket, so let's donate it. We want them to be here when this is all done. We want to go back to some normal situations and have our theaters here to entertain us, to enrich our lives. So please support Whitefish Theatre Company through the Great Fish Community Challenge and our other arts organizations. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for being here. Okay.
Thanks a lot for this event. This is great.
All right. Next up, either.
Oh, thanks, Linda. Pull my mask on. Hi, folks. Happy Great Fish Challenge time. Thank you for being here all day, Linda and everybody. And I'm glad to be here to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with us at the Abbie Shelter and how much your support means to us through the Great Fish Challenge. It's actually been a pretty intense time for the Abbie Shelter this summer. We went from coping with the pandemic to figuring out how we're going to find our place in working for racial justice in our community. And as many of you guys know, we suffered a really huge community loss with a pretty intense homicide-suicide in our community. So it's interesting. I want you guys to know that something that the Great Fish Challenge does for us is it doesn't just raise funds, but it gives us an opportunity to raise awareness about the work that we do. And as we work to promote safety and independence and empowerment for survivors and community members, yeah, you can come on in here, right? As we work to promote our mission, having a community that understands how domestic and sexual violence works, what survivors encounter in the community as they seek help, all of that furthers our work just as much as your gift. And so I just really want to thank you for watching right now, those of you who are out there. And I want to express my gratitude for everyone who has made the decision to donate to the Abbie Shelter's mission so that we can make sure that everyone who needs us has access to our services. So this year in 2020, our use of funds is directed towards our mental health services. That's what where we chose to direct our Great Fish support this year. One thing that people don't realize about Abbie Shelter Services is that we are so much more than just a shelter. And our biggest serving program is actually our legal advocacy services, so helping people in the criminal justice system, orders of protection, parenting plans, sometimes an actual trial. And after legal advocacy, our second highest serving service is our mental health services. It's interesting, we directed our funds this year in that direction before the pandemic. And then when the coronavirus hit, we really watched the mental health needs of our community skyrocket, or the mental health stability of our community decline. So we're really thankful that your gift will go in helping us to make sure that that service is accessible to as many people as we can. I'm sure everybody is feeling it right now, actually, just the intensity of being isolated from our community and just how much it burdens us to find adaptive ways of being together, ways like today. So thank you for supporting our mental health services at the Abbie. Thank you for the effort that all of you are making to see us and see our clients and see the people that we serve and see domestic violence as a priority issue in our community. Thanks for everybody who's working to keep friends, family members, clients, loved ones safe. And please know that your donation goes straight into that work and that your gift helps to further our important work. So thank you.
And thank you, Hillary Shaw. And this is Hillary Shaw again with the Abbie Shelter. So thank you. Thank you for being here, the work that you do in our community.
Okay. Happy Great Fish.